What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. I love this movie. It's from Code Red, one of my favorite Blu-ray labels. This is number 31 in the Code Red releases. This is Torture Dungeon. This movie is so bizarre and so just jank. Like, it's spectacular. It's about a guy named Norman. He wants to seize control of the throne. His brother's just been beheaded, and so he's got a chance to come into power. He doesn't want to rule directly, however, he wants to put a puppet king in place and then control behind the scenes and get what he wants. But there are people who know about his plan and want to stop them, including a pregnant lady. And anyway, that's pretty much it. The rest of the movie is just who's going to end up in power, who's going to seize the throne, who's going to kill who's going to fuck who, and that's, in a nutshell, Torture Dungeon. This movie is absolutely jank. This is an Andy Milligan movie, who most people probably hate his movies. I love his movies. I think they're so ridiculous. They're so hateful, like so dysfunctional. Who would make a shoestring budget period piece? Like, to me, that's insanity. Like, the ambition involved in that is ridiculous. But this is a micro budget period piece. I know Milligan did a lot of work sewing the costumes himself, and he worked in theater. They do not look good. They look awful. There's a guy in it that has a fucking eye patch that's like half the size of his head. It's absolutely ridiculous. The dialogue in it is tremendous. I love it. Everybody hates each other. No one has anything kind to say about anybody else. There's just epic levels of dysfunction and melodrama and personal conflict that just never seems to end. Not a lot of like quotable dialogue per se, but there's just a lot of really fun banter and arguments and insults. As far as blood, there's very little blood, surprisingly, for a Milligan movie, but there is a little bit. It's, of course, bright red stage blood, as always, for his films. Nudity, there's some topless scenes. There's also a there's also a threesome with a hunchback, and we also get to meet maybe the cinema's first ever trisexual, which is always nice. I just love this movie. It's super jank. It's super low budget. It's super bad, basically. But there's just such a weird, disgusting charm about it. I love Andy Milligan movies. I think they're so much fun. I had a lot of fun with this one. That's all I can really say about it. It's just most people are probably not gonna like it. They're gonna think, what the fuck is going on with this movie? But I really had a good time with it. I've watched it 2 or 3 times since I got the Blu-ray, and I never get bored with it. I always have fun with it. The Blu-ray is from Code Red. Like I said, it's 31, right? Yeah. And it's got a new HD transfer, and that's it. It looks okay. I gotta think these movies are probably never gonna get full-on 4K restorations. This is probably about as good as it's gonna get. It's infinitely watchable. It is rough and it's soft and worn. I mean, some of that has to be inherent. You can only find so good of materials, and I think that's probably going to be the case with a lot of these super low-budget Andy Milligan movies. I think Code Red probably did the best they could without breaking the bank on it. So definitely, it's worth getting the Blu-ray, in my opinion. That's really all I can say because it doesn't have any extras. It's really tough to recommend Andy Milligan movies because I know my taste isn't widely shared, but I do know there are people who do appreciate just shoestring micro budget movies, and this Andy Milligan movies, if you like dysfunction and drama and you just like just movies that most people would think are just god awful, but you're able to appreciate the sparks of like almost genius in it, the films of Andy Milligan are probably for you. I highly recommend them. Code Red has put out a bunch of them. I've got reviews of a few of the other ones, I think, but I think they're in like one of the first few videos where I reviewed like 5 Code Reds at a time. So this one is Torture Dungeon. You can get it at screenarchives.com. They have a bundle at codereddvd.com where you can get 3 Andy Milligan movies at a reduced price. Highly recommend it. If you like this video, make sure to check out my website, markfusion.com. I've got a ton of other Code Red DVD reviews, including Andy Milligan ones, as well as cold horror, video games, anime, TV shows, all kinds of stuff. You can also follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram at markfusion. If you're not a sub and here and you do like the videos, please do subscribe. It really means a lot and helps me grow my channel and my website as well. Thank you so much for watching these videos, and I'll see you soon.